this business is going. If the liability side are more than the asset side, then you say that this business is carrying a lot of risk. If there are a lot of assets than liabilities, even that case is not good, because having more assets that are not put to productive use doesn't make sense. So, what does accounting reflect? Accounting reflects the standardization of the available financial information. Also, it communicates the business financial information. Like I told you, if you look the accounts of any company, organization or firm for that matter, it will give you the information that is needed, that the financial information that is needed about the business. Sorry. If the business is making profits or it's in loss, what the assets are being put to optimum use, risk is there, returns are how they are going, what is the scenario of dividends, everything is reflected by accounting. Now, why we are talking about economics, finance and accounting is because finance and accounting, they are both interrelated. As finance contributes to economics and also accounting contributes to economics. How? Accounting is done within the firm. Finance is taken care of in a scenario. This does not work in isolation. Finance always works in an environment, right? What type of environment? Capital markets, investments, financial management, all these three things they are taken care of. Accounting contributing to finance, finance contributing to economics, and indirectly accounting also contributes to economics. So, the perspective of having economics, finance and accounting in MBA curriculum is that. Now, why do you need to understand these three? Is because it's the language of business. So, without understanding these three, whether you like it or not, whether you love it or not, you got to understand the basic fundamentals of accounting, finance and economics. And that is why three different subjects: accounting for managers, financial management and economics. Of course, you have economics in the first semester as managerial economics. That economics deals with decisions that are taken within the firm, and you have one subject that is called as Indian economy, where decisions are being taken at the national level. They are going to impact the decisions that are being taken at firm level. So hence you need to understand these three, and that is the reason why all three things are closely related. Now, why we are talking that? So that we can understand finance better, right? So that is the reason why. And ultimately, what's finance? Finance creates value for its shareholders. Now, what is value? It is represented by market price of common stocks of firm. Any company's stocks, if they are going up, means what? The financial management of that company is sound and it's creating value. Say, if I invest 500 rupees in Tata Motors, if I buy a share of 500 rupees of Tata Motors, and if that share is consistently doing better, if the market price of that share is going up and up and up, what does it reflect? It reflects that the fundamentals of Tata Motors share price or share or that script or that stock, the fundamentals are very strong. They are taking, the financial management is very strong. So, and what will happen in that case? People are going to invest more money into Tata Motors shares, and more money coming into Tata Motors means what? The firm is having capital, right? Optimum capital, plenty of capital. The plenty of capital is being put to optimum use. If it is being put to optimum use, the returns are going to be faster, the risks are going to be low. So friends, finance is this. Finance is an exciting world. Only thing is that, like I told you, I have been telling you time and again, if you want to understand any concept on this earth or of this universe, the only thing that is required is you got to speak the language of that concept, right? Say for example, if I want to talk about artificial intelligence, I need to understand the vocabulary that is associated, the words that are associated with artificial intelligence. Or for that matter, if I want to talk about surgery, right? If I want to talk about astronomy or anything for that matter, as simple as, like, say for example, taking meter reading, right? If I don't understand, if I don't know the words that are associated with that particular concept, I will not be able to understand the language. So my only request has been till date for each and every student through all these years is, if you really want to understand finance, start reading financial newspapers, economic newspapers, magazines, and always keep on reading the balance sheets, taking care of all these things. So what will happen is that you'll come across different words. See, you become afraid and you go into a shell only when you are bombarded by the words risk, return, capital, profits, costs, expenses, revenues, sales maximization, revenue maximization, financial strategy, financial firms, financial services. All these are different words that are used in different contexts. So once you know what are the words that are used, then life becomes easier. Thank you. That's all for now. Take care.